Alrighty, I'm going to be doing a quick little review, and I'll post some videos of it running. This is a review of the Helion Avenge 10SC XLR. I've seen a bunch of videos about the Avenge 10MT, the XLB or whatever, and then I've seen, the brushed version and a few of the brushless versions. Not a lot of information in any of those videos. I'm familiar with Helion. I've had an Invictus that had the radiant system in it and all that brushless monster truck. This, as you can see, is a short course. I've only literally seen like one running video of this truck online. No reviews, nothing like that. And like I said, the information is sparse. So I'm going to do my best to put out a little bit of information. Anyone who's looking to buy this truck, I got mine at A-Main for literally like $200. It's on sale. And for that you get brushless, four-wheel drive, short course truck. $200. So that's, I think, is a steal. Also, they have lights front and rear. Although I'll say some stuff, obviously. I've run this about 10 times now, and I've only ever ran it on these right here. I got these off Amazon, pretty decent price. It's a smaller battery. It's only a 3,000 milliamp if my truck will stay on the steering wheel of my other truck. These Ovonic 3S 3000 milliamp hour 50C batteries, which these work really good and really affordable for the price. Like, I think two of them for $40-50, something like that. So whenever I was looking up stuff about this truck, because I bought it and then I wanted to buy a battery for it, but it hadn't come in, and I couldn't find anywhere or even see anything that would pretty much tell me what type of power lead that it uses or what it comes with. And it's a Dean's. It's a T-plug, or God, I've been out of the hobby so long, people are calling it a T-plug or some other thing. I just remember this being called a Dean's connector. So luckily I was able to Google enough images of it where I kind of saw something like this. So when I ordered my batteries, I ordered them with the Dean's. I think that's all they come with, is Dean's. So, but I like Dean's. That's cool. To get started, the truck runs really, really well. I don't know how fast it is. In fact, I wasn't even sure I could run it on 3S. I wasn't even sure. And I looked around, and I remember I looked back at my old videos, because I have been out of the hobby of RC for a long time. And I remember that Helion Invictus that I had also had a radiant reactor system. I don't know if it was similar to this, but I remember I took that radiant reactor system out of that Helion truck because I think I broke something on it, like an aluminum, something. I can't remember what happened. And I took that radiant system and I took it out and I put it in my Vatera twin hammers, which it was awesome in there. But yeah, I remember I definitely ran 3S in my Vatera twin hammers, so I was like, I'll go for it. I'll put a 3S in it. I bought 3S batteries. Lo and behold, it runs 3S batteries. Doesn't get too hot. It runs fairly well. Like I said, I don't know how fast it is. Haven't done any GPS or any of that crap. It's definitely not 50 miles an hour or anything like that, but it's freaking fast. It's fast for what you want it to. Like, for me, the type of driving I do, I'm not like one of these, hey, let's take it off of a BMX ramp or something type people. I like to drive more scale looking, even with a fast rig like this. So yeah, for me, it drives fast. Even at low speed with the 3S battery and this system, whatever, you know, at like a quarter throttle on loose surfaces, this thing is doing donuts. So the upper end of the power band is there, you know, to give yourself some drifts and stuff. But like I said, it has plenty of power, more power than really necessary. It could be a little bit slower, a little bit, could be. It also could be faster. Depends on what you want. But for me, I think it's actually kind of perfect. I've flipped it, I've tipped it, I've ran it into stuff like out here. There's like these just concrete, but then there's these big potholes, and then there's potholes with like a crack with a concrete, like a nice big 2-inch concrete freaking ledge, and I've been bumping it all over on that, ramming it into that. I've done it a few little ramps. It goes through the air pretty well. I think a heavier battery would probably balance it out a little bit better. These little 3,000 milliamp hour packs are not that big. Runtime, I get a decent runtime, but then again, it's you know, it's not a crawler. It's freaking, it burns through your power pretty fast. Problems that I've had is in terms of mechanical functionality of the actual platform, the chassis, the suspension, stuff like that. The only problem I've had is this shock blew the bottom out and leaked all the oil out. Everything else has been pretty bulletproof. It has the adjustable turning collar type suspension adjustment, though I'd say dial that in before you run it in some pretty nasty places, because once they get grimed up with sand, good luck changing that. The suspension works really good. It looks really nice, and when it was drifting through the corners and everything, it looks really nice. But like I said, physically, that shock cap busted out and it dumped out all the oil. So I got to fix that. Another problem that I just learned today when I was running, I think what happened was a bunch of debris or rocks kept hitting the back of this little LED, and that rear red LED is out, but this one still works. Scale detail, I love it with the lights and these little mud flaps. Looks really great, especially when you put the body on it. Like, if I can put the body on it. It really is a good looking truck. I mean, in my opinion, it looks better than a Traxxas Slash or anything like that. Now, this isn't fully on. I know the camera's not even looking at it, but there. It looks really good. It's a nice looking truck. These mud flaps really gives it a scale look. Nice venting back here and a little spoiler. Helion did a really good job with the body. The paint scheme's really good. It's not too loud, not too crazy, but of course, you know, anyone can put their own body on a truck and change it up. So that's that. Now, Being that this is probably a more value point RC, I will tell you, the servo that came on it was garbage. I literally ran it 2-3 times. I went to the beach, ran it there in the sand. By the end of the day, that servo either stripped out on the inside, or the actual part where you mount the servo arm stripped. I didn't really look into it too much. All I know is that it was stripped. No more turny, and I replaced it with, Jesus Christ, what did I replace it with? Whatever that is. Some type of waterproof Metal Gear servo I got at a hobby store. It's an EcoPower waterproof Metal Gear high torque servo. Now to put that on, I did have to, because the screw to mount the servo horn to the servo is a bigger, diameter screw. I had to take the servo horn for this truck, and I had to hollow it out a little bit to mount that. Electronics, this iconic electronic system. I'm actually pretty happy with it. The receiver, I do notice sometimes, I don't know if it's just a glitch or whatever, sometimes it seems like there's a little bit of lag in connectivity. I am around a bunch of trucks a lot because I'm a truck driver, and there might be some interference with the radio spectrum or something. I have no clue. Maybe. Who knows? I will be posting a video that will show some running, and at one point it looks like I lose a little bit of connectivity, or something goes wrong with the servo. This is after I already upgraded the servo, and I can't steer, but I think what that was is a rock probably just got caught on one side of the steering system and wouldn't allow it to steer. All in all, I think today, let me get this out of the way as a problem type thing. Today, one of the things that occurred problem-wise, I was running, I hit it against one of those, like I said, those concrete little lip sideways, and I think it was just enough force that this motor mounting plate adjustment, it was loose enough that actually what happened was the plate slid and it changed the mesh of the pinion and spur. Well, not changed it, but it completely separated the mesh. So I was like, what's going on? I walked up and I could hear the motor, spinning when I gave it throttle, and I wasn't sure if the pinion gear came off the shaft or, so. But what's cool about this rig is there is a little Allen screw right here, and then this I can kind of just pull aside and you can see in there, but I don't want to damage that. Little cover comes up, as well as this. So it's got some pretty interesting engineering in it, where you can see what's going on with that stuff. The drive shaft is completely encased and completely protected. It works really good. In terms of short course trucks, I mean, I would say this is the only dedicated short course truck I've ever had. I've run definitely some axial stuff, and I've had a Traxxas Wrestler. In terms of fast stuff, like I said, I had the Invictus monster truck, and I also have a Traxxas Slash 4x4, but it's heavily modified, and I bought it used from somebody. It had like monster truck tires on it. They made some weird, crazy roll cage for it. But comparing that to this, I feel like the engineering in this is actually a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I like it. I like the system. I like the motor. The motor seems to be really punchy, a lot of power. It's a 3,300 kV brushless motor. Runs perfectly fine on 3S. I know it says on the box recommended 2S, blah blah blah. But yeah, it runs on 3S. I haven't had any problems. Didn't catch fire, didn't blow up, whatever. And really like the truck. I really do. And I think right now, if anyone has the money, or you know they want to finance it through some type of third-party lender, I think it's a definitely a good buy. If you don't have a short course truck and you want a short course truck that's 4-wheel drive, I mean, comparably, right now, I went and looking around, like an HPI brushed 2-wheel drive truck is like a little bit less. A Traxxas Slash is about the 2-wheel drive brushed Traxxas Slash is still about the same price as this. And this is, from what I've seen, just as durable, really fast, really nice stuff, and it works fine. It's a great truck, great rig. The radio that it comes with, this iconic ET3, good radio. I like it. Simple, it works. That's all you need. So that's my piece. It's almost like 20 minutes into this.